again. We're going to do a recap on Unit 2. So this is Unit 2 assessment. And let's start with question 1A. Very quickly, 32 plus 17 is 49. 47 minus 13 is 34. 8 times 2 is the same as 2 times 8, which is 16. 14 times 3, just very quickly, 14, 3, multiplying. Whoops, it's not a good line. Whoops, very bad. 14 times 3, 2 times 4 is 12, carry the 1, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 42, so it's 42. 3.6 plus 0.72, just allow me to lock this. So question E, 1E, remember we need to do 3.6 plus 0.72. So we got a 3.6, 0.72, and we're adding these two. Remember, decimal points need to be underneath each other. 0 plus nothing plus 2, or 0 plus 2 is 2. We can put a 0 here as a placeholder. 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry the 1. We've gone past the decimal, put the decimal point. 1 plus 3 plus nothing is 4. So this is 4.32. 33 subtract 19 is 14. 143 plus 2,463. Let me just get rid of all of this. So we are at G, so we have 143 plus 2463. I like writing it how I see. So I see 143, and we're adding 2463. Putting the units in the units, hundreds, tens and tens, hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands. We have no thousands there. 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Put the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 4 is 6. And nothing plus 2 is 2. So this here is 2606. 407 subtract 1, 2, 3. So 407 subtract 1, 2, 3. 7 take away 3 is 4. Nothing take away 2, we can't do that. We can borrow 1 from this, so this becomes a 3. 10. 10 take away 2 is 8. 3 subtract 1 is 2. So this here is 284. 16 times 12. So I 16, 12, multiplying them. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And since we've gone to this one, we need to put a placeholder. We've gone to the tens, put a placeholder of 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Now this calculation here we need to add, don't forget, 2 plus nothing is 2, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 1 plus nothing is 1. So this here is 192. We could have done a different method. We could have done the box method for this, or sorry, the grid method for this. Just going to create my grid. So we're multiplying 16 we can write as 10 and 6, and 12 we can write as 10 and 2. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 6 is 60. This box here, 2 times 10 is 20, and 2 times 6 is 12. And remember, we have to add all the calculations. 100 plus 60 plus 20 plus 12 is nothing plus nothing plus nothing plus 2 is 2. Nothing plus 6 plus 2 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and 1 plus nothing is 1. Again, it's 192. Okay, moving on. I'm going to remove this working out. Put it in the bin. Remember, you can pause the video to see, to make any corrections or to add any working out. Okay, 2 says a packet of crisps costs 27p. Jerry buys 3 packets. How much does Jerry have to pay for the crisps? We need 3 lots of 27. There's 3 crisps. Here's 1 crisp, 2 crisps, and 3 crisps. I'm going to call C as crisps. So we've got 3 lots of 27. We can add them up. Best method, or the easiest method, is to multiply. And 27 multiplied by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Put the 1 there, carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So this is 81 pence. Remember to write the units. And 2b, it says, how much change should he have from £1 coin? Now, a lot of you just wrote down 19p. I can accept that, but if you like, you can work it out as well. If you've got £1, make sure everything is in the same unit, so that's 100 pence. And if we give 81 pence from this 100 pence, we have to subtract it. So we're subtracting. Don't write the units. Don't do what I did, because they're the same units in our calculations. We don't need to write that. But remember what units are used. We can't do 0 take away 1. We have to borrow 1 from this. We can't borrow 1 from this. We have to borrow 1 from this. Borrowing 1 from that makes this a 10. Now we can borrow from this. But if we borrow 1 from this, this whole thing becomes a 9 and this becomes a 10. 10 take away 1 is 9. 9 take away 8 is 19 pence. Question 3. A bus has 50 seats. There are 28 people on the bus when it gets to a bus stop. At the bus stop, no one gets off and 13 people get on. How many people are left? Well, even though the bus has 50 seats, there are 28 people on the bus, so we have to make sure that 13 people that get off, we have to count them. So we have to take away 13 from 28. 8 take away 3 is 5. 2 take away 1 is 1. So, whoa, I'm not reading the question properly. See, had a quick thought about it after I've done the question. That's a quick method of checking. A bus has 50 seats. There are 28 people on the bus when it gets to a bus stop. At the bus stop, no one gets off and 13 people get on. So this here is wrong. I made a mistake. Good thing I looked at the question again. It says no one gets off, 13 people get on. So we need to add 28 plus 13. 8 plus 3 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1, well 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So now there's 41 people. And don't just write 41, actually write down there's 41 people, don't be lazy. And 3b, sorry. How many empty seats are there on the bus? Well, there's 50 seats, there's 41 people in there. There's going to be 9 empty seats. Okay, question 4. Pencils cost 20p. Mrs. Haley buys 10 pencils. Mrs. Hale buys 10 pencils. How much does it cost? Well, we've got 10 lots of 20p. And 10 times 20p is 200 pence, which is the same as £2. James buys 4 pencils. How much does he have to pay? Well, we have to do 4 lots of 20p, which is just 80 pence. Okay, Ben goes on holiday for 3 weeks. So question 5. Ben goes on holiday for 3 weeks. He has £24 to spend. He decides to spend the same amount each week. So each week he has to spend the same amount for 3 weeks, and he only has £24. How much should he spend each week? Well, if he's going to spend the same amount each week, just have to do 24 divided by 3, which is 8. So he spends £8 each week. Just quickly check, 3 lots of 8s is 24. Question 5b, how much does he have left at the end of the first week? Well, the first week he spends £8, and from the £24 he has left, so we just have to subtract 8 to find out how much he has left. 24 subtract 8 is 16, so he has £16 left. Okay, I hope this was useful. There was a question 3 and a question 4 challenge. I will add them right now. Okay, the challenge questions, question 3. John, Ian and Andy share a Chinese takeaway meal. They buy the Sao Chu chicken, which is £5.30, King prawn chop suey, which is £4.90, and Singapore fried rice, which is £3.63. Calculate the total cost of the meal. So all we have to do is add these up. So £5.30, £4.90, and £3.63. Just making sure our decimals are in the same line. Well, if I wrote it down there, so we have to add them up, find out the total cost. 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Carry the 1. Decimal points are aligned. 1 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3. Well, 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So the total cost of the meal is £13.83. Calculate the change from £20 note. So we have to do this calculation. I'm going to write 3b here, because we have a lot of space. So we got £20, and we want to take away £13.83 to work out our change, and the maths is as follows. So £20, £13.83, doing a subtraction. We can't do 0 take away 3. Borrowing 1 from this, can't borrow 1 from this. Borrowing this 0, borrowing 1 from this 2 makes this a 1. And this becomes a 1. Now, if 0 wants to borrow 1 from this 10, this whole thing becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. Now, we need to borrow 1 from this 10 to give it to this 0, and this whole thing becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 8 is 1. Decimal points. 9 take away 3 is 6, and 1 take away 1 is nothing. We don't need to write it, it's the last calculation as well. So our change is £6.70. 3c, how much should each of the boys pay if they share the cost of the meal equally between them? Okay, so with this we need to do division, because we want to share. The key word here is share, division. And there is 1, 2, 3 of them. So we have to do 13.83 divided by 3 to give us the amount that we need to share. I'm going to create some room for us to work over here. So remember our bus stop, the 3, we were dividing by 3, goes outside the bus stop, and we got 13.83. Now 3 can't go into 1, so carry the 1. 3 goes into 13 4 times with the remainder 1. Reach the decimal point, put a decimal point. So 3 goes into 18 6 times, and no remainder. 3 goes into 3 just once with no remainder, and we're left with £4.61. So the boys have to give £4.61p each. Question 4. To watch a film at a local cinema costs £3.95 per person. Calculate the cost for 6 people to watch the film. So we need to do 6 lots of £3.95. We can do the following: convert the £3.95 to 395 pence. Then we have to do 395 pence times by 3. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 9 is 27, add the 1 is 28. Carry the 2, remember it's 28. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So 6 times £3.95 is 1,185. 185. Well, here our calculation was in pence, so it's going to be pence. To convert that into pounds, we divide it by 100, so it's £11.85. So the cost of 6 people is £11.85. Doesn't sound right. It's just approximating. If this was about £4, 6 times 4 is 24. So this calculation seems wrong. Ah, I see, because I put a 3 there. See, when you're going to check your multiplication, make sure you approximate. Use your approximation skills. This is approximately £4, and you know 6 times 4 is 24, so this calculation should have been close to 24. So where did I make the mistake? We did £3.95 times 3. So this should have been a 6. And starting over again, so £3. I'm going to leave my error over here. Remember, approximation is a good skill to use. Everyone uses it, even teachers use it. So we have to do £3.95. Same again, 6 lots of £3.95, which is 6 times 395. 395 times 6. I won't bore you. It's going to be very quickly 0, 16, 17, the 1, 22, £23.70. Our method hasn't changed. Still the same method. This is in pence. Doubling it would give us dividing by 100 would give us it in pounds. Hope this was useful. Remember to make corrections properly. Use a red pen, and good luck.